the beginning of the season, you want to take your mosquito sprayer out of the garage. There's straps in there that will, if you attach them to the sides, you can drag it out if you're one person. The first thing you want to do is change the oil. Down here, you can unscrew this and tilt the back up and the oil will drain out of there. You want to catch that in something, and you can screw it back in and put more oil in on the top. And then you want to wash the sprayer off. So get some WD-40 or some degreaser and soap and wash everything down and let it stand out and dry. But first, before you do that, you want to take your battery out, undo these connections, and get like a wire brush and scrape them off, clean them up a little bit so the connection is clean. And then you want to also empty out your aqua resin container if there's anything in it and rinse it out with water.
Let's take a look at what makes up the sprayer. Here we have a container that holds the aqua resin solution. Just caps off here. You want to make sure this is always firmly closed so that nothing comes out. When you fill this up, you want to leave 2 inches from the top. Otherwise, it'll create pressure and create dripping out of your line. Here you have the gas tank. When you do go out to spray, always make sure you take an extra tank of gas with you in case you run out. Just depends on the night and how far you're going. Same with aqua resin. You might want to take a few extra containers of it out with you. Often 2 extra ones will get the job done. Your motor is kind of just like your standard lawn mower. You have a manual start here with the choke and the run. Go over here. Here's the sprayer head. It should be kept down when you're not using it. This nozzle will turn it up. When you spray, you want it to be at a 45-degree angle, a little bit above. And then when you're done, just put it back down. You have the battery case here. This is the box that controls the flow rate. You won't need to mess with this at all. And then this is where the washing solution goes. And it consists of a water and windshield fluid mixture. This is the sprayer control box. You can control the motor and the spray from inside the truck here. Right here, turn it on. You first switch your main power to on. This light will light up. If it doesn't light up, you may want to check your connection here or check your battery connection. Once you have this turned on, if you haven't started the engine in a few days, you might need to hit the choke button while the start button. It starts right up. So now that we have the engine started, this middle switch controls whether you're spraying or flushing. If we flip it to spray and turn on, the spray will turn on while the motor's on. You can switch it to flush with this still on, and that's okay. When you do flush at the end of the night, you want to let that run for about 5 minutes, just long enough so that all of the aqua resin or whatever solution you're using is out of the drains. Here we have the connection cable. There's it runs down through the truck here. If we look over here, it's connected to the back of the sprayer, right here, and it should just slide right in there easily and then tighten it up. When mixing aqua resin, be sure to read the labels first. We use a 10-to-1 solution based upon the flow rate of our machine and how fast we're going to drive. We use 10 parts water and 1 part aqua resin, and we mix them up in old containers. And finally, it's time. It's the night of the spraying. So I'm going to do some last minute checks. We make sure we filled up our gas tank early in the day. We got our aqua resin filled up early in the day. Our truck is full of gas. We have an extra container of aqua resin. And we have an extra can of gas here. We've got our sign on the back, and we check to make sure everything starts up properly. You also want to make sure you close up the building before you leave and lock the gate.